It's the day a 12-year-old recalled in vivid detail. For more than an hour, lawyers questioned the boy about an event last April on a South Bend playground. The same day, 2-year-old John Swovlin Jr. died from a stray bullet in what police are calling a gang fight. WSBT-22's Suzanne Spencer has been covering this trial. And Suzanne, this child says he saw who pointed that gun.
That's what the crux of this case is, Rick. Who fired the shots that ultimately ended John Swovlin Jr.'s life? Now, a 12-year-old witness went on the stand today saying he saw Robert Griffin and another man pull guns out and start shooting. That's when he started running, and he said the men with the guns started running too. Tearful testimony from one of several middle schoolers who witnessed a shooting on Campeau Street. The then fifth grader later identified Robert Griffin as the shooter after seeing his picture on the news. The child says Griffin was shooting straight in the direction Larry Bobbitt was running. 16-year-old Bobbitt took the stand saying he went to Coquillard Park looking to fight Malcolm Buchanan, another suspect linked to Swovlin's death. That's when he saw Robert Griffin with a gun pointed at him, according to testimony. "I seen the first shot and it went past me. That's when I turned around and started running," says Larry Bobbitt. Bobbitt says he's sure it was Griffin. Now, another witness this afternoon, Daniel Williams, said Griffin was actually the second person to shoot at Bobbitt, but Williams admitted not to telling the truth at first to police, saying that he was scared. He's since corrected his story, is what he told the lawyers again today. Now, again, all of this comes down to who fired those shots that ultimately ended John Swovlin Jr.'s life.
Now, Suzanne, cameras are not allowed in the courtroom, but you've been watching Griffin and the jury closely. How are they reacting to this testimony?
When the 12-year-old boy walked in the courtroom today, Rick, he was sobbing, and he continued to cry for quite some time as the lawyers asked him questions. And that was really the time when a lot of people, all eyes on Griffin. You saw him kind of put his head down and didn't really react much other than that, than placing his head down. But I haven't really seen much other reaction from him throughout the past couple days of this trial. Now, the jurors, I would say the most difficult thing that I've seen just from sitting in the courtroom was during John Swovlin Jr.'s his mom's testimony, yesterday. Now, that 2-year-old, again, they showed pictures of the dead 2-year-old from the autopsy, and they asked her to identify him, and I would say that's when many of the jurors were wiping away tears, and that was probably one of the more emotional things that I got to see in the courtroom.
Yeah, extremely emotional. Suzanne Spencer live in South Bend for us. Suzanne, thank you.